As Pi Network continues to expand its user base and prepare for full mainnet integration, growing voices within the community are calling for bold economic reforms to stabilize the value of PiCoin and reinforce long-term trust in the project. A recent post outlines a comprehensive proposal urging the Pi core team to implement aggressive deflationary mechanisms, including a buyback and burn program, tighter control of token circulation, and a fundamental rethink of the mining model. What if I told you that Pi Network is about to undergo the biggest transformation in its history that could change everything for holders like you? Today, we're diving deep into the revolutionary reforms that the Pi community is demanding. These changes could turn your Pi coins from a waiting game into a real wealth-building opportunity. And trust me, what I'm about to share will blow your mind. But before we dive in, let's first greet and welcome you all. Hi pioneers from every corner of the globe. Whether you're watching from the United States, India, Nigeria, Papua New Guinea, South Africa, Philippines, Indonesia, Kenya, or anywhere else on this beautiful planet. Truly, I'm happy to be with you again today. You can join our community by subscribing and ring notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, comment PI Network to the moon, along with your country, to show the world how far our decentralized family reaches and prove that the future of finance is already in our hands. Here's what's happening right now. Pi Network has grown to millions of users worldwide, but there's a problem. Too many Pi coins are being created every day through mining, and there aren't enough ways to use them yet. It's like having a lot of water flowing into a bucket, but only a small hole at the bottom to let it out. This is creating what experts call supply pressure. Simply put, there are too many Pi coins and not enough demand. But here's the exciting part. The Pi community has come up with brilliant solutions that could fix this problem once and for all. The first game-changing idea is something called a buyback program. Let me explain this in simple terms. Imagine if the Pi core team started buying Pi coins from the market using their own money. What would happen? The price would go up because there's more demand and less supply available. This isn't just wishful thinking. Major companies like Apple and Google do this with their stocks all the time. In the crypto world, projects like Binance have used buybacks to increase the value of their tokens dramatically. When Binance started buying back and burning BNB tokens, the price went from a few dollars to hundreds of dollars over time. For Pi Network, a buyback program would send a powerful message to the world. It would show that the team believes so strongly in Pi's future that they're willing to invest their own resources to support the price. This kind of confidence attracts big investors and creates positive momentum. Now, here's where it gets really exciting. The community is also calling for something called fee burning. Every time someone makes a transaction on Pi Network, they pay a small fee. Instead of keeping these fees, the team would burn them, meaning they would destroy these Pi coins forever. Think about it this way. If Pi Network processes millions of transactions, and each transaction burns a small amount of Pi coins, the total supply keeps getting smaller. It's like having that bucket I mentioned earlier, but now the hole at the bottom is getting bigger while less water flows in from the top. Ethereum did something similar with their EIP 1559 update, and it helped stabilize their network while creating deflationary pressure. For Pi Network, this could be the key to long-term value growth. Here's something that might surprise you. The community is suggesting that Pi Network should either end the current mining system or completely change how it works. I know this sounds scary if you're currently mining Pi, but hear me out. Right now, millions of people mine Pi every day just by clicking a button. While this helped Pi grow rapidly, it also means new coins are constantly being created. The new proposal suggests moving to utility-based mining instead. What does this mean? Only people who actually contribute real value to the Pi ecosystem would earn new coins. This could include developers building apps, merchants accepting Pi payments, or community leaders organizing events. This way, new Pi coins would only be created when someone adds real value to the network. This approach would solve two problems at once. First, it would dramatically reduce the number of new PiCoins being created. Second, it would encourage people to build useful things on Pi Network instead of just passively collecting coins. The community is also pushing for better control of PiCoin circulation. Right now, there are concerns that too many PiCoins could flood the market at once when the main network fully launches. This could crash the price and hurt everyone who's been patiently holding their coins. The proposed solution includes locking up excess supply and even burning inactive balances. This means if someone has PiCoins but never uses them or engages with the network, those coins could be removed from circulation entirely. This might sound harsh, but it protects active community members like you. It ensures that your PiCoins maintain their value by preventing the market from being flooded with coins from inactive users. Let me tell you why these reforms could be absolutely game-changing for Pi holders. First, reducing supply while increasing utility creates the perfect recipe for price growth. It's basic economics. Less supply plus more demand equals higher prices. Second, these changes would make Pi Network attractive to institutional investors. Big investment firms don't just look at technology, they look at economic models. A project that actively manages its token supply and demonstrates fiscal responsibility is much more appealing to serious investors. Third, utility-based mining would create a stronger, more engaged community. Instead of passive participants, Pi Network would have active builders creating real value. This leads to more use cases, better applications, and ultimately, more demand for PiCoins. Other crypto projects have already proven these strategies work. Binance Coin went from being just an exchange token to one of the top cryptocurrencies in the world, partly due to their systematic burning program. Ethereum's fee burning has helped stabilize their network during high demand periods. Even traditional companies use these strategies. When Apple buys back its own shares, it signals confidence and often leads to price increases. Pi Network could apply these same proven principles to create value for its community. The Pi core team is known for being careful and methodical. They won't rush into these changes without proper planning. The community suggestions include starting with pilot programs, conducting thorough testing, and maintaining transparency throughout the process. This careful approach is actually a good thing. It shows that any changes will be well thought out and designed to benefit the entire ecosystem, not just create short-term price pumps. If Pi Network successfully implements these reforms, it could set a new standard for how crypto projects manage their economics. With millions of users worldwide, Pi has the scale to prove that community-driven economic reforms can work. This could inspire other projects to adopt similar strategies, leading to a more mature and sustainable crypto industry overall. Pi Network could literally become the blueprint for how future crypto projects should manage their token economics. As a Pi holder and community member, you have a voice in this transformation. The core team has always emphasized community involvement, and these reform discussions show that your opinions matter. Stay engaged with the community, participate in discussions, and continue building the Pi ecosystem. Whether you're a developer, merchant, or just an enthusiastic supporter, your contribution helps strengthen the case for these positive changes. These reforms aren't just about making Pi coins more valuable, they're about building a sustainable digital economy that can last for decades. Pi Network started with the vision of making cryptocurrency accessible to everyone. These economic reforms ensure that accessibility doesn't come at the cost of value or sustainability. By implementing smart economic policies now, Pi Network is positioning itself to become more than just another crypto project. It's building the foundation for a true digital economy where millions of people can participate and benefit. The crypto industry is evolving rapidly, and projects that adapt to market demands while staying true to their core values are the ones that succeed long-term. Pi Network's willingness to consider these community-driven reforms shows that it's serious about long-term success. Whether these specific reforms get implemented or inspire other solutions, The important thing is that Pi Network is actively addressing the challenges that could limit its growth. This proactive approach is exactly what sets successful projects apart from those that fade away. Pi Network has successfully migrated over 1.3 billion PiCoins to their open mainnet. Now, you might be thinking, what does this actually mean for me? Here's why this is huge. Unlike other crypto projects that just drop tokens from thin air, Pi Network built this migration on years of real user activity. Every single coin that moved to mainnet was earned through actual mining, security contributions, and community engagement. This isn't speculation, this is earned value. But the migration process itself tells an incredible story. The Pi core team didn't just flip a switch and move coins. They created a careful system using Know Your Customer protocols, built non-custodial wallets, and made sure every pioneer had complete control over their coins. This level of security and user protection is rarely seen in the crypto world. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Pi Network isn't just moving coins, they're building an entire financial ecosystem. The Horizon upgrade that launched in May 2025 changed everything. Suddenly, Pi holders could do things that seemed impossible before. Think about this. You can now lend your Pi coins and earn interest. You can borrow against your Pi holdings. You can participate in liquidity pools and yield farming. All of this is happening inside the Pi ecosystem, using smart contracts that are transparent and secure. Over 100 decentralized applications are now running on Pi's blockchain. These aren't just simple apps. We're talking about full financial tools, social platforms, and business applications. The Pi App Studio is giving developers everything they need to build the future of Web3. Remember when people said Pi would never get on real exchanges? Well, those days are officially over. PiCoin is now trading on more than 20 cryptocurrency exchanges, including major players like OKX, Bitget, and MEXC. The trading volume numbers are incredible. Pi is now ranking among the top 120 cryptocurrencies by volume. That's not just impressive, that's proof that real traders and investors are taking Pi seriously. Here's what's really exciting about the current price action. While Pi is trading around 45 cents on external exchanges, the internal Pi economy is showing us something amazing. Real businesses are accepting Pi for goods and services. People are building actual value with their Pi coins. The Pi core team has made something clear. They're not focused on short-term price speculation. They're building long-term utility. And that approach is starting to pay off in ways that matter. Pi Network is doing something that no other crypto project has achieved at this scale. They're making Web3 accessible to regular people. The Pi browser isn't just another crypto wallet, it's a complete gateway to the decentralized internet. Millions of verified users can now access decentralized applications, manage their wallets, and participate in governance decisions. All from their mobile phones. No technical expertise required, no complicated setup processes. This mobile-first approach is revolutionary. While other crypto projects require expensive hardware and technical knowledge, Pi Network is putting the power of blockchain technology directly into people's hands. The Ecosystem Fund, worth $100 million, is supporting projects that enhance utility and drive real adoption. This isn't just about creating more apps, it's about solving real problems for real people. The Pi Network community is unlike anything we've ever seen in the cryptocurrency world. This isn't just a group of people holding coins and hoping for price increases. This is a global movement of pioneers who are actively building, creating, and innovating together. Pioneers around the world are not just holding coins passively, they're actively building the ecosystem from the ground up. Social media campaigns spread awareness and education. Community-created educational content helps newcomers understand Pi's value and potential. Peer-to-peer transactions demonstrate real utility and create genuine economic activity. But here's what makes this community truly special and different from other crypto projects. They're focused on utility and real-world value. not just speculation and quick profits. Pioneers are constantly testing new applications, providing valuable feedback to developers, and helping newcomers understand how to use Pi effectively. The community engagement creates organic growth that money simply cannot buy. When people genuinely believe in a project and see its real value, they naturally share it with friends, family, and colleagues. This word-of-mouth marketing is more powerful than any advertising campaign. The decentralized governance mechanisms being developed will give users real voting power on important proposals and ecosystem decisions. This isn't just community involvement for show, this is genuine community ownership of the project's future direction. Different regions are developing their own Pi economies and use cases. In some countries, Pi is being used for remittances and cross-border payments. In others, it's becoming a tool for small business transactions and local commerce. Educational institutions are using Pi to reward learning and achievement. The diversity of the Pi community is incredible. Teachers, students, business owners, developers, artists, and people from every profession and background are finding ways to use Pi in their daily lives. This broad adoption creates stability and resilience that purely speculative projects lack. While many crypto projects spend years talking about theoretical real-world use cases and making promises about future adoption, Pi Network is already delivering concrete results that you can see and use today. Strategic partnerships with fintech companies, logistics providers, and local businesses are creating genuine utility for PiCoins right now. These aren't just announcement partnerships for publicity. These are working relationships that enable real Pi transactions for real goods and services. Initiatives like PiFest are actively encouraging merchants worldwide to accept Pi payments for their products and services. But this isn't just about getting businesses to accept Pi. It's about creating a complete ecosystem where Pi has genuine purchasing power and practical value. Educational campaigns are helping users understand how to use their Pi for real transactions beyond just holding and trading. People are learning to pay for services, buy products, tip content creators, and support causes they care about, all using PiCoins. The success stories are inspiring and growing every day. Small business owners report increased sales when they start accepting Pi. Content creators earn meaningful income through Pi-based platforms. Students fund their education through Pi earning activities. Entrepreneurs launch new ventures using Pi as their primary currency. Pi Network's approach to real-world adoption is methodical and sustainable. Instead of trying to force adoption through artificial incentives or temporary promotions, they're building genuine utility that creates lasting value for everyone involved. The integration with existing payment systems and business infrastructure makes it easy for merchants to start accepting Pi without disrupting their current operations. This practical approach removes barriers and accelerates adoption across different industries and regions. PI Network is proving that cryptocurrency can be more than just speculation. With 1.3 billion coins migrated, a growing DeFi ecosystem, and a vibrant global community, they're building something that prioritizes inclusion, utility, and innovation. The journey is far from over, but the direction is clear. Pi Network is creating a decentralized economy where digital assets empower individuals and communities across the globe. This isn't just another crypto project. This is a movement toward a future where everyone can participate in the digital economy. And here's something fun. If you're interested in this video and you believe in Pi Network's potential, write Pi Network to Moon in the comments along with your country name and flag. Let's see how global our Pi community really is. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on all the latest Pi Network developments. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next in this incredible journey. The Pi Network migration isn't just moving coins. It's moving us toward a future where everyone can participate in the digital economy. Whether you're already a pioneer or just learning about Pi, this is your chance to be part of something truly revolutionary.